Okay, it's time 10:21 a.m. It's Thursday, May 4th, Star Wars Day, and this is virtual co-working. Virtual co-working is me just muddling through my work, probably swearing a lot. This is good for background noise if you're working on stuff. This is a something good if you're just curious about what someone doing a particular task looks like in real time, rather than the idealized version that you would see like in a video that's more interesting to watch. So these are good for just background noise and maybe occasionally having the sense that you have someone working on something near you, because I'll be talking through my work. It's good for me because I feel like I get to talk through my thoughts, and it actually helps me focus a lot better. So we shall see. But before I start that, as I mentioned in today's What's Up Dave, while I was planning the day, I was smoking chicken, and the chicken came out an hour earlier than I thought, so we can look at it first. And here it is. There's the chickens, and I am going to see what it tastes like. Then I'm going to take my medicine because I need food. So this is a chicken leg quarter that I got. This is like on sale for $1.49 a pound, I think. Let's see if we can find the joint. I can't. Oh, there it is. I'm just trying to saw through this. Probably should have done this at the kitchen. Yeah, a lot of juice in it still. So I had this a temperature probe monitoring the center of it, and I used an instant read to confirm. These have hit about 163 degrees, which is enough, I think, to kill everything, especially since I was in the smoker for 3 hours. This is the first time I've tried doing this with chicken leg quarters, so I wasn't sure how it was going to taste. So the chicken should be cooked. Looks cooked. And I didn't brine it or anything, so it might not taste all that good, but I'm just curious. What are we expecting from this? It's a little bit smoky. I only put one chunk of wood in there, because this one, the hint of smoke. It's pretty acceptable. There's no charring on it though, because it's in a smoker. It has a smoke taste without the burnt crispiness that one usually likes with, I guess, grilled chicken or barbecue chicken made on a grill. What does the skin taste like? Actually, it's pretty good. It's juicy, not overcooked at all. The skin, I don't know though. Kind of hard to chew. The adjustment to the rub I made seems to have worked though. Less salty. A little bit spicy because I add some cayenne pepper to it. Maybe I should have taken the skin off. But this is perfectly acceptable. A perfectly acceptable piece of chicken that didn't require a lot of effort. It's like the finish of it is, I suppose maybe I wouldn't use a dry rub on this next time. The rub is okay, but I don't know. Think about it. It is good though. I know I have lunch and dinner, and for $4 or 4 of these chicken leg quarters. All right. I'm tempted to eat the whole thing, but I'm gonna put this away, wrap up the other chicken. Actually, while I'm doing that, let me test. I try just moving this other camera. Wish it would. All right. Pardon me. What I'm going to do is I am going to Why is this all tangled up? This is irritating. This is all tangled up. There we go. Move this. Oh, now what? Hope this doesn't unplug on me. Did it? Nope. Okay, good. I'm just going to move this over here. The whole point of having the camera on this thing is so I can move it. So this is the dining room table. This is where we actually do the co-working when we have co-working days on site. There's the other chicken. Just going to wrap it up. We should have eaten it before I started co-working. Look at that. That's a big piece of chicken. At some point I need to clean the smoker too. And let it cool down now. I guess I could keep this one in the oven. Or leaving in the smoker. It would hold temperature. Probably not dry out. I'm new to the ways of using smokers, so it's kind of my exciting skill thing for the week, or for the year. Alright, so we have this put away. I am going to put this in the fridge. What else? How else would I prepare this chicken in there? The nice thing about it is, well, it comes out tender. The flavoring is all right. You know what it tastes like? It kind of tastes like shake and bake because of this dry rub that's on it. It's not crispy though because it never got really hot. Skin is kind of like tough. Maybe it doesn't break down when it doesn't get super hot. You get a 375-degree oven. I think it gets pretty hot in there though. I wonder why that skin is very tough. It tastes fine though. I'm just going to eat this. This is what I want to do. Move this back over to the desk. It makes some noise. We will get back to the virtual co-working soon. It's back. there. So at least we know that the smoker is working. And now I've had a sort of brunch. Let's take a look at the smoker actually. Since I'm mobile on this. Maybe I'll pull this over this direction. So here's what we're looking at. Smoker. So I just got finished with this. It's nice to have this going when I'm working on stuff. I can watch it from my desk. So there's the advantage of working at home right there. Still kind of warm. Move this temperature probe inside so it doesn't bake in the sun. Oof. To clean this thing off before it gets messed up. Then we will start work. Actually, I have about an hour or less than an hour to work before I had to take the cat to the vet. So this will probably be a fairly short co-working session. But if I can get some progress on the diagramming, that will have me ahead of the game. That's where I'm really kind of stuck right now. So that's off, that's off. Oops. Cat ran away. Let's see. Now we are ready to work. Well, we're almost ready. Need to take my medicine. All right. And this is still cooling off the smoker. We can look in there. That's what it looks like right now. This is the second time I've used it. So far, I think it's been worth the money. I'm pretty pleased. It beats having a electric grill. All right. I guess we're ready. This is a good angle. All right, now, I guess I'm done procrastinating. Let's get this thing up. I think actually, since I'm sketching on this thing, I'll probably need to do it this way. All right, so where have I left off? We go to the chat view. This view. So I was looking at the modular view. These are all a bunch of links that I wanted to look at later. I forgot to talk about these during the What's Up Dave. I was going to put these at the end. I guess I'll just save them for tomorrow. So we are working on interactive design on the system level. And I guess I should review the actual interactive first. So what I'm going to do is see if it's running. There was an issue with it yesterday. I think there was a library that got updated that messed everything up. Let's see. So this is a JavaScript browser plus Node.js interactive system that's supposed to run in a classroom setting on a gigabit Ethernet network. This might not run. I'm just pulling up the environment. In this terminal window, I'm running Node, or the Node-based server. And the screen that's right up here right now, oops. This is source tree. This is a visual management tool for Git. I don't need this anymore. From here, I don't think it's running. Particles was not running before. These WebSocket connections are probably okay. What I couldn't run was a controller before. So this web app is supposed to control. Or again, cannot render of undefined. This is happening in React, I think. Particles teachers game run JS. Which branch am I in? I'm in master. That shouldn't have affected it. Let's go to dev. Oh, is it because I have these uncommitted changes? Nope, that's nothing. Where's dev? This is dev. We're in branch dev. Let's rerun this. So I'm just trying to confirm that this is working. I have all these irritating WebRTC error messages being thrown because the WebRTC module is like kind of hacked. Okay, now this is odd. No, that's still sockety. I was still trying to connect to the signaling server. We're still getting the same error here. It's happening in game run. Particle teachers game run. It's probably a React related thing. Alright, so in particle teacher app, blah 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 blah, where is that? Particle teacher game run. It is saying what? It's happening in handle start at 271. React DOM render. Oh, that's because I removed React from. Yeah, that's no longer happening because we're using. This is no longer valid. I need to do what? I think I did that in particles. Did I? No, particles doesn't use React. I did this somewhere. Where did I do it? Let me switch back to my other branch. So the process of removing a framework called Durandal from the code base because we wanted to just use one. And actually, maybe we'll run now. Oh no, I took all that stuff out. Right. But I can at least look at this code and see what needs to happen. It's not here, it's in game run particles teacher. I'm now doing it like this. Copy this whole thing as a reference. Let's switch back to the other branch. I guess I'm going to have to make some changes to this. This should be over here. Now, here we have a different way of doing it. So we are now explicitly including React DOM. And up here, we're the old code here was using this magic thing, which I don't think we want to do anymore. So I save this. This might run now. Oops, maybe not. Script error for React DOM. Meaning it might not be able to find it. The required.js is terrible at reporting. Oh yeah, I can't actually load it. It's getting from the wrong place too. It's not getting it because it's missing all the paths. So let's go back to will I lose my changes in this? Yeah, well, they'll be overwritten. So what's the best way to do this? I guess we'll go to source or GitHub. Grab it there. It's a pain in the ass to just make this thing run. So branches. Did I even push this up? I guess I did. I changed the configuration file in main.js. I think I did. Would it be an app main.js? And this is what we have. A new path. There's some stuff in there that needs to go away too. These paths need to be in our main.js. And it looks like I need to add the React DOM path. Using space or tabs, using tabs. Okay, but then we also need to make sure that the gulp file copy assets. So somewhere there is this is missing. Copy npm assets. This is, let's see, React dist. So it looks like I'm missing React DOM here as well. All right. We're still in dev. Not that anymore, I think. All right, good. So now this is running at least. Accessing prop types via, I don't know what this means. I'm just trying to get the, okay, so particle is running. We should be able to select things, so now we can control the application. I forgot to start the time clock. This is billable time. Let's say it's 10:45. Let's just say we started now. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm just filling up my timesheet here on the other monitor. Okay, it's 10:40. Let's say we start at 10:30. Start debugging why app doesn't start with React. The reason is I broke it. These WebRTC errors are driving me crazy. Let's see, I need to actually say onto project C for a bit. Ooh, a light table user. Oh, this is the best. Just looking at the chat room. So this is working. That's right. I wanted to look at this screen here. Let's get an idea of what kind of controls we have. So we have a bunch of controls. Low, medium, what is this? What's low and medium do? Liquid only, gas only. So these are setting parameters to the simulation which is running in this browser instance. Wand temperatures. These changed based on the. If I have this, do these controls go away? This is still here. We need to run a fake track instance too, which I will run on this other machine. I said I will run this on the other machine. Over here, this is this side here. This is a hacky piece of code I wrote that will simulate the tracking engines here. So those yellow dots that are moving around on the screen right now, those are being sent from this web app to the node server, and then it's being passed on via TCP to these web applications. I don't know if there's a better way of doing it, but it seems to work. So, what am I trying to do here? Stay awake. I need something to latch onto, something to think about. Something that I can do. So my first thought is to not stare at the computer. So let me switch this to the aux cam again. What I had started to do with these is I was drawing out the interactives. This is the honeybee module, which is a different science unit. The one I'm starting with here, the one I'm looking at on the screen, is the particle states of matter science unit. And so what I started to identify what all the elements were. And I had the vague notion that after I do this, I'll be able to, I'll be able to make lists of subsystems. Maybe that's what I'll try to do. Let me just make some boxes and draw them on a piece of paper. Let me get a bigger piece of paper though. When do I take the cat in? Actually, I need to take the cat in 10 minutes. So in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to try to do something. What would be useful from this? What did I want to get from this? What I wanted to do was have a clear interactive cycle and have a distilled loop. So I guess we could just start that by looking at the game run. So in my module design, what I have is, let me load this. This is the default particles is the actual game. I think it's an update. No. This should be a sysloop update. That's odd. Where is the registration? Register message. No. I think it's set handler. Okay, we have our set handler calls. Set handler, we have input, update. Let's just make these input, update, think, execute. I don't think these are quite the right ones I should be using. But the order is generally right. First we have in the input stage. And then in the input stage, what do we have? Where was I put that? Is it this document? What's all this? Oh, I had I had something that outlined all this. Where'd it go? Oh, it's in this document. Okay, so in particles, initialize, load assets, construct, start, input, think. So input is, this is updating trackables and piece list from ptrack. And during update, is there control panel updates? Which UI? Let's say this. I'm going to leave that part out. We're going to do mbonder does pairing update. And that's it. And then we have think and execute, which is a module think. These are all modules. Cat's baking in the sun. And here during think, this is saying the appearances on every frame. Set visual appearance every frame. Over here we have update state meters. I think one thing we want to have is data source, data is accessible, kind of a pain in the butt to do sometimes. So in this think structure here, I'm seeing it says, why is this happening in think? Maybe it is doing it. Think is not thinking. Think is supposed to be updating stuff. Maybe it is forming bonds. There's two things. There's active molecules and there's active players. So mbonder is doing a bunch of stuff. Mbonder stands for molecule bonder. Mbonder finds bonds and applies wand effects. A wand effect is an energy adding or energy sapping mechanism. This should display instant, continuous. Likewise, events, model. Is there an inside piece model? Just writing questions, so. So, MWAD does all that. How do I describe this? It says, create a list of all active molecules. Count all bond types. Count all active molecules. Apply wand effects. That's kind of the meat of this code, and then execute what's going on. Execute, handle a special effects drawing. So that's the basic loop, and then there's all the asynchronous stuff. Oops, this aside. I need to get ready to take the cat to the vet, though. So I'm going to pick this up later. At least I got some momentum going. 10. I guess it wasn't very long. So I've spent 30 minutes on this so far, but that's 30 minutes that I was stuck on, so I guess that was worthwhile. So I'll pick up the virtual co-working session later today after I'm done with the vet and doing some lunch errands, and see if we can get keep the momentum up. So thanks for watching. Hope your projects are going well.